Especially my back, my pussy, and my crack.
So true, sis.
This is the kind of content you signed up for.
It is, honestly.
Sister, please give us your testimony. Remember that when we were doing the finale of Digimon Survive, and I've forgotten how to say her name, and she's my friend on Twitter, but I don't know if she wants me saying her actual name. But Latte, I think it was Lotta Latte, turned up, and the first thing she heard me say was pussy.
Also, excuse me, what the fuck is she saying right now?
Lesbianism.
Okay.
I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
I think that's all she knows how to use.
Yeah.
As we've never seen her with anything else in her hands, so I must deduce that she cannot let go of the whip.
Which end, though?
Who knows? We don't need to know. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Alright, alright. Further details. That's funny. I'm glad you think so. Yeah. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already deeply penetrating her soft, moist, quivering flesh.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at those faces! Thinking
Her
about...
testimony is so full of holes!
Sorry?
Her testimony is more full of holes than the victim is.
Yeah. And she was stabbed with a 7-pointed sword. So that's like more than 7 holes in the testimony. Yep. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mr. Khalees. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. Can't blame me, can you? Especially in the winter.
Mystic Army was...
Yes, and when I awoke, Mystic Army was stabbing Mr. Khalees through the back. That backstabbing slut.
That backstabbing statue?
Yes.
Slut you.
This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory. Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection, except
and
for
why
that
do they always
time.
miss it?
Yeah. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth.
Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska von Karma. Especially with that god-awful outfit. And I'm here to teach you just that.
Nah, Franny's outfit is fine. Just
nah,
everything
I know,
else is
but
garbage.
Insult it.
Yeah, he would.
They're petty bitches, that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Only men can look good in maid outfits.
So true. At that time, was the victim bleeding?
Well, I was very shocked to be seeing all of this, of course. So I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think I saw any blood. Not then. I'm sure that you didn't. The weapon was acting as a plug on the wound, even though the tip is clearly still coated in blood.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. In any case, let's be clear on one very important point. Did you actually see the instant in which the victim was stabbed?
No!
Well, fuck you. You lose then.
Hold it!
Think carefully. This is very important.
It's Iris we're talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth, and which is not a lot, to be honest. No, when I looked over, the sword was already penetrating her.
R&R. Might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory.
The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard.
And then dragged across it!
I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth.
Also, wait, did it say she was dead before she got dropped, or was it just that she was stabbed before she got dropped?
Stabbed.
Okay.
Penetrated.
But still, there's the matter of why is there no blood all over the floor?
Penetration.
Yeah.
Hold it!
So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood?
That's right. Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too. Is that in the photo? Do we have a photo? No, we don't. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well. Why didn't she tell me?
That seems quite conclusive to me. Yes?
Press this point further.
Yes.
Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now, you say you saw the victim bleeding.
Well, I say what I saw is what I saw is what I saw is what I saw.
Yeah, all of that.
What did you see? Yes.
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I might have seen her get stabbed.
She's just making up shit at this point. Her whole testimony has been completely rewritten.
Lotta Heart, is that you? But I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day.
Then where's the blood? Pulling the sword out.
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out.
That's gay.
Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony. Yes.
I'm not sure if this is going to be relevant at all, but it sort of feels like the sword isn't one that would exactly just come out.
Yeah.
Especially with all of its little wavy points. Like, it would be really hard to get it out once you've successfully lodged it in there.
In there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it get caught on... It's huge as well. Wouldn't it get caught on, like, ribs and shit?
Yeah, true. If she was stabbed right through the torso, there's so much there.
Yeah. What the heck? I'm so confused. Me too, Miyuko. I don't know what's going on. Oh, was that important?
No shit. More important than you can imagine, you old bitch. I love you, Bikini, but what the fuck?
I saw the...
Plunge into the hilt! Plunge into the hilt! No, not the hilt! It was in the... Present the sword! Sorry.
It's okay.
Smoothly, you say? You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out. I am making up tongue twisters.
She saw sword smooth slide out of corpse.
Yes.
That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mr. Camille. Mr. Khalees was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her.
How did they get there if she pushed out the window?
The sword was buried up to the hilt.
And why doesn't it have all the blood everywhere? Fuck you, Bikini.
When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mr. Khalees' body. It slid out of that gaping hole. That wound, Dussy.
Wussy.
It goes without saying. If the sword was removed, there would be bleeding.
Then where's the blood of the sword? I'm going to kill all of you.
Nothing out of place here.
Ah!
Looks directly at camera. See that, Dmitri? Nothing out of place here. Everything is
I'm
going
going to kill
according
her.
to Keikaku.
No. Is that really the case? No, it isn't.
This is just normal to me. This is what Ace Attorney games are.
Something's very out of place. No shit, something's out of place. The sword. Present it. You fuck.
This is normal. There'll be like 50 billion holes in the testimony, and the judge will be like, "That makes sense to me. I see no reason to prolong this trial. Guilty."
Sobbing. There's only a rich kid on.
What happened?
What happened?
You know, we're not gonna press the rest of this. We're just gonna go.
Are you gonna present the sword for me?
Yes. I could make you wait and press the entire rest of the testimony. Because there's like 3 other bits of dialogue left, but no, let's just... Oh, I know some of the presses are tied to achievements, but it's fine. No, hey, it was correct.
Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness.
Because you're so shit, you're making me win.
True. At least, I'd like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here.
You're a good witness, is what I would say if you weren't the worst person I'd ever seen in my life.
You are not the worst witness to ever witness anything.
What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar.
And yet you have lied to us 17 times!
But
Sorry.
you're a handsome young twink, so I'll forgive you. What contradictions are you talking about?
In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, is this being too general? I feel like it's... Oh no. The weapon was thrust up to its hilt in the victim.
Hilt.
Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. Okay, so I think we made the right choice.
Yay.
Was I correct? I was so
I-
scared after yelling about it that it was gonna be wrong.
I don't know, this is blind for me as well. Explain yourself.
To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this?
Miss Von Karma, let me tell you about this thing called a rib cage.
So true. No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that. It is a big-ass sword, and it looks heavy.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I mean, that's part of it, but, like, swords in general, even, like, a sleek, slim one, are really heavy. Like, I've lifted up a sword ages ago, and I remember being like, yeah, this is just solid as shit.
Yeah. Also, that sword is made, like... That's just one solid block.
That is, like, it's a decorative sword.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be easy to wield.
More like Elise was killed and was bled to death before she was thrown. Blood was lost already. So the statue wouldn't have been the crime scene, right? Unless I'm missing something within the story, as I'm missing it within the background. We have no reason to believe that she wasn't... That's where we found the body.
I think what happened was Sister Bikini is actually Voldemort. Exactly. And she cast Avada Kedavra, but she didn't want anyone to find out that she was a wizard. So she pushed her out the window and stabbed her and all that, and did all this bullshit to try and make a crime that... She doesn't care if she gets arrested for the murder, she doesn't want people to know she's Voldemort.
Yeah. There's a sword that looks like that in Bleach. It shoots fireballs.
Fair enough.
It's named after like a cherry blossom tree or something. Which is why it has branches. Yeah, body found may not be the actual crime scene. Wonder if Elise was killed at that heavenly temple thingy. The heavenly hall. Oh yeah. But then she'd have to be dragged all the way
Yeah.
with the sword still in her.
And,
Doesn't appear. Exactly. What meaningless dribble. I too may appear to be weak and frail,
No, you don't.
but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep should I so choose. I'm sure.
Yeah, but she's like 2 feet tall. What do you mean?
Yeah. Wait, who is 2 feet tall?
Bikini.
Yeah, but Bikini's not the defendant. She's just the witness.
Yeah, I know, but she's whatever.
Iris is the...
That's right. Iris is also tiny.
Yeah.
The objection stands. I wept a little back there, I must admit. Not from my eyes, though. Yes.
That isn't the only issue here.
You can't make me weep, for I am, in fact, a homosexual.
So true. I'm immune to your heels of womanly justice or whatever. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt.
That's why Franny is so angry at Edgeworth, because he's the only one who doesn't, like, fall for her.
Yeah.
It's like Captain Holt and that other lady from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Madeline Wunsch. There's a bit where, like, you know the scene where the type of scene where two people are arguing and then they kiss because they actually liked each other this whole time?
Damn.
Not specifically from the show, but like it's kind of a trope. Like, you're familiar, right?
What, like the one person being too fruity to be responding to the charms?
No, like, normally in, like, a straight romance, it might be two people who act like they hate each other, and they're in the middle of an argument, and then they suddenly kiss.
Yeah.
So in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there's a scene like that with Holt and Wunsch, except Wunsch is the only one who goes for the kiss, but because Holt is 1 gay, 2 married, he's just like, what the fuck just happened?
Why is she trying to kiss a married man? Does she know he's married?
Yeah, it's I think it's taking the piss out of the trope.
Oh yeah.
It was odd. Anyway.
Well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. Unless it was perhaps lubed up, in which case there would be more blood on it.
Now I just want to see a dildo that looks like that.
No, you don't.
It's for my 7 vaginas.
Yeah, sure. We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. Finally! It's true that when a blade is left in the body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. Objection! Objection, shut up.
That's nothing more than conjecture.
Objection, hearsay!
In reality, the victim was stabbed with the Would she say it properly? Would she be white about it?
Who knows?
In reality, the victim was stabbed with the shichi-shito. The shai-shai-shito.
The shit-chishido.
Yep. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss. Have you not seen Bleach? Objection! Objection, that is an anime?
I'm not finished. There's still one more conclusive contradiction.
You've still got more? That's kind of hot.
This one is simple. If the sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt...
Why is there only blood on the tip?
Yep. Why is there only blood on just the tip of it?
I'm a
just the
goddamn
tip in
genius.
it.
Yeah.
Look at us being so smart.
We are the smartest people alive. We'd be the best attorneys in this universe.
Except we wouldn't be because I have a low tolerance for bullshit.
Yeah, that's fair. Ah.
If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword.
Entire length of the wang. No! Arthur, fucking
Stop it! Sorry.
It's fine. Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. Woman's voice, woman's voice, woman's voice. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that, except for Phoenix Wright. He wrecked me. He destroyed me completely.
But what does this all mean? Yes. You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but...
Having come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is?
Weapon used to kill the victim was not the shichishito. I forgot how to say it, sorry.
Shichishito.
Yeah, okay, I basically got it, never mind. Shichishito.
What? Yes.
A foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy, foolish fool.
Sure. Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon?
Well... it's because...
There's no blood trail!
Yeah. It's because Mr. Kami was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing.
Could you move the mic just a bit closer to you?
Crunch, nom nom.
Yeah, it works.
Cool. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the shishishito was the murder weapon.
I'm having acidity right now.
What's that?
Oh, acid reflux.
Oh no. Do you need to do anything about that, or?
No, I'll have some water later.
Okay.
Or their shit!
So maybe the shito was not the murder weapon. Okay, I'll come up with something else. It was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true, yes. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth?
If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. Didn't we just establish that she didn't see this?
Yeah. We did establish
Yeah.
that.
Stab.
Yes.
The obvious question? Yes?
Yes.
Yes!
Where did the real murder weapon disappear to?
Shit.
Shitty shit.
Shit.
Yes.
There was a talk show host in New Zealand like 10 or so years ago who made fun of an Indian person with the surname Dixit. Spelt D-I-X-I-T, I'm assuming. It's one of the spellings I've seen for it. But yeah, it's pronounced Dixit. And he started cracking up going, Dick shit! And his co-host was like, please stop. And he just kept cracking up and saying it. I don't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure he got like giga-fired.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like, that's maybe a bit unfortunate name to have in an English-speaking country.
Mm.
But it's not that funny, like Jesus.
Suck deep.
Yes.
Did you read this part?
No.
Okay.
It goes without saying that the police searched the main hole in the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to a sword-like object was found.
It's sad to see someone's name like that. Agreed. Were you in New Zealand when that happened, Miu? Or just be mature about it? Yeah. We're not fucking teenagers anymore. There was a fucking kid at my school named Anil, and he would play soccer, and you don't remember? That's fair. So his name is Anil, and he played soccer, and his teammates would be like, "Oi, Anil, chuck us the ball, Anil."
Bruh.
Yeah, fucking hell. That's
Answer the
I
question.
feel like
Miss
I've
Montgomery.
got an unfortunate surname, but okay. So this isn't anywhere nearly as bad as like people laughing about on TV and stuff.
yeah.
But I was very sensitive when I was a kid. I still am. I'm still a little bitch. But I remember being in like 2nd grade or something.
How
Oh wait,
old
no, it
is
was probably
one?
after. Wasn't 2nd. Sorry.
How old is one in 2nd grade?
I might have been wrong about that. It could have been 4th or 5th. I have no fucking idea at this point. But I was somewhere in primary school age, and we were doing for our class like item at the school assembly, because every time a class would host it and do a little presentation or a show or a song or something. And oh god, we were doing this. You ever heard Botany Bay? It's like some old sort of folky song about all the convicts arriving in Botany Bay.
Is it like Moonlight Bay?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I haven't heard it.
But everyone had all these different roles, right? Like some people were like the convicts, and some people was the captain and the first class passenger. And I really wanted to be one of them because I wanted to get dressed up.
Yeah.
And pretty much everyone else got to be like, oh, I want to be this, you know?
Yeah.
But there also had to be, oh my god, this is embarrassing. I hate talking about this, but it's funny anyway.
Okay.
So there also had to be 2 people holding like painted little pictures of like boats to simulate the boats.
Were you a boatman?
Because, you know it, but don't say it. My surname is like really similar to a synonym for boat. And
Yeah.
this one fucking teacher who was helping organize the whole thing was like, oh my god,
Said,
come
oh
up
my
and
god,
be the
what?
boat. He's like, this is your surname. You're like a boat. Why don't you come up and play as the boat? And I'm like, bitch.
Your full name is Dmitri Boat.
It is. No, but it's a synonym. So I'm like,
Yeah.
she just was like, oh yeah, I'm typecasting you as the person to hold the boat. And I'm like, I don't think I even got a choice.
Yeah.
I think I was like, no, I don't wanna. But I think she just thought I was embarrassed or whatever. So I had to just sit there and hold the stupid boat picture, and I hated it. Because I wanted to be one of the pretty first-class passengers and wear a nice outfit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was just such a whiny, long story about nothing.
No, I get it. I always knew I knew it would be something like that dark when yeah, Chuck's a bull wino.
Yeah.
Miu says, "Excuse me?" regarding you being typecast as Boatman.
I'm glad to see other people understand this injustice.
It sounded like a traumatized experience for you.
Yeah, honestly, it just sort of fucked with my confidence a little when I was a kid.
When I was in
Also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The story you were talking about with Anil and Dikshit, like the different stories,
Yeah.
reminds me, have you seen The Life of Pi?
Yep, pissing.
Piscine.
Pissing.
I just like have the most vivid memory of that one line from that film where someone's like, hey, no pissing on the playground.
Yep. I've seen that
Or
movie once.
piscine. Yeah, me too. I just remember vaguely about a tiger in a boat.
Yeah. I remember how preachy that movie was.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
I love tigers.
I like white tigers.
Me too.
Hence my, I know it's blue, but hence my profile photo and my stream logo.
I want a white tiger and I want to give it a hug.
I'll be your white tiger.
Fair enough. Fursuit, lol, furry.
Before we continue, real quick, I think I told the story on this very playthrough many years ago when we were doing like the first Ace Attorney game. But in intermediate, we had like a cultural week every year, and there would be like a performance assembly for it. What they would do is that like the office kids, or I don't know what they were actually called, but the kids who did stuff for the teachers, would come up to all of the colored kids and hand us a slip of paper saying, thank you for agreeing to come up on stage and to introduce yourself and talk in your native language. And I'm like, excuse me, when did I agree to do this? We couldn't opt out of it. So I had to, me and every other kid with a different skin color in the school, had to get up on stage, introduce ourselves in our mother tongue, Bengali for me, and say something. I don't remember what it was. Just like, my name is blank, I'm from this country. Say it in Bengali, say it in English, and then leave. It was shit. Yeah, I didn't like it. And afterwards, like, the Indian dance group would get up on stage and dance to like a Bollywood song. It was always "Where's the Party Tonight?" because that song is half in Hindi, half in English. So it's like, well, we gotta please the English-speaking people by giving them a mostly English Indian song. You know? Yeah. It sucked especially for me because since I'm Bengali, that year some Bengali scientist he won a Nobel Prize for something I don't give a shit.
One.
Yeah. I don't remember his name or what it was for, just out of spite because of the situation. But my parents found out about this and they were like, you should, after you say your thing, be like, oh yeah, and I'd just like to bring attention to the fact that this Bengali scientist named Bengali Science Shit, that's his name, that's what I'm deciding to call him now.
Cool. Good name.
Won a Nobel Prize for some bullshit. And I was like, no, I don't want to say that. And they kept like pushing me to say it. Because I'm like, I already get bullied. Why would I want to give people more reason to bully me by adding more to this fucking thing I've been forced to do?
Fair enough.
Anyway, I just lied and said the teacher said I couldn't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Man, multicultural weeks are either a source of like good shit or awful shit.
It's usually awful shit.
Yeah, I mean, my school, surprisingly as annoying as my school can be, the last one we had was actually pretty funny because it was the year the year 12s were doing dances and stuff, and a bunch of the East Asian students got up and all did a choreographed dance to Kung Fu Fighting.
Nice.
It was very goofy.
That is a good song. I like that song.
It was actually hilarious. And because there were so many like actually super well coordinated like, you know, like taking themselves really seriously routines.
Yeah.
I don't know my terms perfectly, so I think it's like a bunch of like Bollywood music and stuff.
Hey.
And you know, like they were all taking it super seriously, but then, then all the other students came on and started doing Kung Fu Fighting, and some of the white kids went up and did the fucking nut bush.
What the hell's the nut bush?
You don't know what the nut bush? Oh my god. Okay, sure.
What is the nut bush?
It's like a dumb dance everyone learns in primary school.
That must be after my time.
One of my friends was in a shrimp costume, and one of them was in a tradie outfit. For the white people dance.
I'll be honest, Nutbush sounds like an Australian thing.
Yeah, probably.
So that might be why we don't know it. Because I don't think bushwalking is a thing here. I mean, it kind of is, but not as big as...
You don't bushwalk in New Zealand?
I don't know if it's called that.
But how can you experience the dark forces that can't easily be explained if you can't go bushwalking in the woods?
Yeah, you're right. We have to fall off a cliff and go to a world where we don't exist. Anyway, tangent over.
Yeah, are you sure about that?
Yes, it's the mindset in general. Yeah. No, it's so shit that they just came up to me in the library while I was reading, and just handed me the thing without a word and left. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I'm sorry.
I'm so angry. I'm even angrier that my parents tried to make me say additional things. My teacher saw the paper with like what they wanted me to say written on it. I was like, oh, it's a thing my parents wanted me to say for the thing. And she's like, okay. She didn't say whether or not I could do it, and I didn't want to ask, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna lie. Because fuck it. Anyway. Mom's home right now. I wonder if she heard that. No evidence of that kind was found. Hey, what are we talking about again?
Another mystery to throw into the pile. A trial without the murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me, could I say something?
No.
I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking. It's possible that just maybe what actually happened was... Get to the fucking point! It was just over there.
What exactly are you going on the booth here? Yes.
The murder weapon I meant. Maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. You...
Stop!
Me? Or Franny?
No, not you.
Okay.
Franny.
Well then. Do you want to still read the line? It was, you what?
You what, mate? You fucking what?
Yeah, that. Are you making fun of my accent, Miles Edgeworth?
Yes.
Well then. I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible.
That's a good Edgeworth face.
It is.
I also knew you were going to say impossible.
Okay. Incroyable.
Non si incroyable.
What else? What else could this old woman have seen? You want to know something funny?
What?
I've never mind.
No. You can't just do that.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm not paying attention. Because I am.
Let's hear it.
I've got smart pick open in another window.
God.
Split screen.
Stop that this instant.
No.
But I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. and after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks that indicated the snow had been used.
Well, that's fucking near.
It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out? Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. What a random thing to bring up.
Witness, please, tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape, what with my back and my age, you know? Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph. Oh, look! Withholding more information, eh?
That seems illegal.
Yeah, and yet she continues to do it. Bro, the previous judge, after she got caught the first time doing it, was like, I'll have to hold you in contempt of court. And then she whipped him and said no, and he was like, fair enough. Anyway.
A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to the Dusky Bridge. Cool. That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Did you really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon?
Mr. Edgeworth! Your cross-examination, please. Yes.